You're not ready to become the woman of your dreams until you're willing to let go of these things. Hi Chick Fam, hi and welcome back to the channel. If you're seeing me for the first time, my name is Sylvia Uzo and you can become a Chick Fam by subscribing to this channel, like this video, comment and leave me a share to as much women as possible, because on this channel we create lifestyle vlogs, chit chats and most especially self-development videos, which is something that I thrive in. I believe that I am the greatest asset God has given to me, and if I don't stay updated, if I don't keep refining myself to actualize the best potential that I can as a human being and most especially as a woman, what then am I doing with myself? Okay, if you're more like me and you like videos like this, please hit the subscribe button, sit tight and listen to these points, because I'm sure there's definitely something for you to take out of this video. Without further ado guys, let's get right into this video. I believe that we have an image of who we want to become. We have people who inspire us. We have women who we look up to. And we're like, I want to live this life. I want to be more like this person when I'm older or when I can get to that point. And it actually starts now. One of the things you should be willing to let go on this journey of becoming the woman of your dreams is friends. It's not like I'm a hater or I do not know the benefit of having friends in your life, but I also believe that not everybody can come along on this journey of becoming your true self with you. There are a lot of people who are already used to who you are right now, who is the low value level of the woman of your dreams, and they may not be willing to come on this journey with you. They may not be willing to advance with you or accept that you're becoming a better person over time. They may still be looking at you like you are your old self, and that will constantly pull you back. Sometimes you guys could fall out because of simple things, because your mindset is shifting, because your ideologies about certain things is growing and developing, and you're not willing to accept that fact. Of course it will hurt, because they are friends and they are people who you have been accustomed to. You guys have shared memories, you guys have had things to look forward to. When you finally get to this point where you become the woman of your dreams, better caliber of friends will come. People within that new you, people within that dream woman that you have finally come up to, and that would be better. Would you rather remain in primary one for the rest of your life because you do not want to leave your friends in school, or you would rather advance and move to the tertiary level, university and so forth, and meet better people and have a better quality of life? I'll let you decide that. Okay, the second point would be parties. I know a lot of us enjoy living this life, this baby girl lifestyle, in the club, in the party, wherever it's happening, you're there. But if you really do not see yourself as that woman, if that is not your dream woman, I'm sure you're going to be willing to let that part of your life go. Of course, you meet people, you're always on the go, you barely even have time to sit and articulate before the next party. Now, if that is not your dream woman, as it isn't mine, I'm more of an introvert, but I can be outside. I know how to give the energy when I'm outside of an extrovert, but I'm not really an outside person. So I think I'm in between. You can call me an ambivert, but I lean towards my introverted personality the most. If that is not your dream woman, if that is not who you look forward to becoming, you must as well be willing to let parties go, because when you party a lot, you barely have time to sit down and articulate your next vision, your next goal, your next dream, your next plan to become the better woman that you want to be. Also, when you party a lot, you meet different caliber of persons. Of course, you meet good people, you meet bad people, but that will also put you in a position of being almost everywhere, because when you meet different caliber of persons, they get to exchange contact with you and they invite you to places. You may not really like the experience when you get to those places. When people are at parties and you're a business person per se, how do you market yourself in a party place? The music is loud. Yes, they could act like they're listening to what you're saying, but their attention isn't really there. They could act like they are engaged, but they are stressed out from the day. They have so much intoxication from alcohol, from drugs, from whatever you can think of, and they may not be paying attention. And of course, when you remember persons like this asking you to come over and meet them the next day, you would have to go over the points that you actually spoke to them about the previous day. That would have you wondering if they were really paying attention. But you can't blame them, because that is not a setting for someone who wants to go far. That is not a setting for somebody who actually has a dream girl as a businesswoman, but you're always in parties. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, moving on to the next, which is sleep. I love sleep. I promise you, I love my bed. I love my sleep. But in order to become this woman of my dream, in order to become this woman who is influential, who has a lot of connections, a lot of affluence, a woman who commands great respect, a woman who has her thing going for her, a woman who is not just a woman per se, but is rich in love and kindness, I have decided that for me to become that person, I have to let go of sleep. One time I used the motivation sort of to set my alarm for 5 a.m. and that would usually say, as a woman, or because you have a lot to achieve, you have to be willing to let go of your sleep, something like that. I think when I find that, I'm going to put the picture on the screen for you guys to see. You can also do that with your alarm. You have to be willing to let go of your sleep. The world is usually asleep at 12:01, depending on where you are. You can wake up by that time and get a lot of work done. That is actually what I do. That is how I'm able to achieve a lot, even while working a 9 to 5. I used to always try to wake up early, but that cost me a lot of stress because I'll still have to juggle my 9 to 5. But you have to figure it out, what works for you. Do you have to work later at night and sleep, then wake up? You have to find a way to make it work. 1 hour, 2 hours, when you strike that out, you're able to do a lot of work. Your weekends, if you take away parties, just like I've said, you can have time to sit down, recharge yourself mentally by studying, by reading books, watching enlightening things, sleeping of course, and then you take the remaining hours of the day to plan out your week, plan out your day. Slow and steady, even if you're juggling it with a 9 to 5, which if you don't see that as your dream woman to be a corporate babe, you can still be doing what you're doing now while striking out at least 1 or 2 hours from each day, or minimal of 3 days in a week, just to get to where you want to be. And you see that those little efforts, when you compound them, they actually give you great results. Money. This point would shock a lot of you, but on the journey to become your dream woman, you should be willing to let go of money. The money you're letting go of would come into investment. It will come into buying courses. It will come into studying. It will come into paying to get into certain rooms in order to have access to certain things, better quality of life. There is no joke that you use money to get money. I'm an able woman. It's either you have the money or you have the connection. And sometimes, even when you have the connection, you should also be willing to let go of money at some point so that you don't just look like a beggar or you're not taken seriously. Imagine that you have a connection and then they are hosting something. Even if you're not going to pay the full price for the course, even if you're not going to pay the full price for the event to get into that area or have access to that environment, you can as well offer, you can as well get a gift on your way there. You know, that costs you money. Simple things like that give people a good feeling about you. You shouldn't always be the one who is dependent. You shouldn't always be the one who is at the mercy of other people. You shouldn't always be the one who's on the receiving side. Let me tell you a secret. Even these rich people, they appreciate they appreciate gifts because they barely get it. The thought of a lame man is that this person is rich. Of course, what can I give to them? Why do I need to get them stuff? They already have everything. Now, that is where you get it wrong, because if you have a wealthy person in your life, if you have a rich person in your life, and you go as little as getting them something, it may not even have cost so much, but that could be the best you could get on your level. I promise you, they would appreciate it. If you're dealing with someone who is very appreciative, they would appreciate it, and that would actually strike a good mark for you in their mind. Now, when things come up, or when you now present yourself as someone who is coming for a favor or coming for something or an access, they would easily grant you that. When you let go of money, more comes to you. I'm not saying this so that you can go and spend without thinking or make unwise decisions with your money. Please, whatever investment, whatever courses you're buying, be very sure that this is something tangible, and there is no easy way to make money. Any fast way that someone has told you you're going to make money from, take it from me, it's not true. I'm an accountant, and I will tell you that, and I've personally juggled into those areas, some of those areas, and I'll tell you for a fact that they are all lies. There is no easy way to make money. You should also be willing to put your heads down, study about money, read about money, watch people who have money. How do they go about their lives? What is their routine like? You can't see a wealthy man who is serious with his life, a wealthy woman who is serious with her life, always partying, holding on to friends like, oh, if this person leaves me, I'm gonna die. No. You have a free mindset, an optimistic mindset. If things happen like that, you're like, okay, maybe that's how you're supposed to be. You can make an effort 1 or 2 times, and if it doesn't work, fine, then let it go. If it's for parties, they can maybe party once in 3 months, and that party, it has to be that it is compulsory because of the connection they are looking to make. Maybe a bigger billionaire or something is hosting a party, and they're like, okay, let's go and attend for the sake of it. It costs money. That's where money comes in. It costs money to fly down. It costs money to transport to the location. They will not also go there and stay at the billionaire. It costs money to mingle, to get into rooms. I think I have expressly explained this point of money. You have to be willing to let go of money, be willing to invest in resources that actually take you to the next level of the dream woman that you wish to become. Now moving to the next, your old habits and patterns really need to go. It's no brainer that if you want to be successful, you have to be willing to grow as a person, let go of your old habits. Your old habits could be sleeping every time, it could be laziness, it could be drinking excessively, taking drugs, it could be being in wrong places, it could be gambling, it could be as little as always being outside, carelessly talking, dressing shabby, not looking put together, not arranging yourself, not taking the time out to listen to people when they talk. Bad habits are everywhere. It could be in the little things that you think people would overlook, but they see that and it can stop you from getting to the next level or becoming your dream woman. You should be willing to let go of these things, because for you to grow as a person, you have to sacrifice certain things. You have to make the commitment. You have to prove to yourself that you really want this thing you're going for, and that is the best way for you to get it. Let's say for right now you weigh 100, but your dream weight is 70. How can you go about this? You have to curtail your longer truth. You have to be able to eat more healthy meals and options. You have to be willing to exercise, move your body, portion control, things that would help you to actualize that particular dream that you have in mind. Okay, now your comfort zone has to go. Nothing grows in comfort. Nothing grows in your comfort zone. Let's say you're not working a 9 to 5, you're working for yourself. You don't have to relax, you don't have to fold your arms and think because now you don't answer to anybody. You have to relax, you have to be very complacent, you have to be very relaxed and feel like now I'm the boss, I can do whatever. No. That is actually the reason why I encourage people to actually do a 9 to 5, because 9 to 5 will teach you structure, it will teach you timing, it will teach you that you have to get things done on the go. you answer to yourself, and you have to invest in yourself. You have to take yourself seriously, even more seriously than you took your 9 to 5. Because if you invest in yourself, if you invest in that your small business, if you take yourself seriously and take that course, I promise you, you will be able to earn so much more than whatever it is you were earning when you were doing a 9 to 5. Nobody said it's going to be easy, but it's going to be worth it. Take a chance on yourself. You'll be very grateful that you did. Okay, you have to let go of your comfort zone. Sometimes you displease yourself just to get to what you want to be, just to get to where you want to be in life. Okay, this one is actually my favorite one, because as a Christian girl, I have always known about God. I've always heard about God, but me as an adult now, experiencing God as a friend, as a father, as a lover, an ally, a confidant, anything you can think of, God can be that to you and more. He's not just a provider. I don't like the notion that when people go to God, they just go for what they can get from Him. What about the relationship that you build with Him? What about the things that you can give to Him? People say that there is nothing you can give to God. You can give God honor. You can give God respect. You can give Him reverence. You can give Him adoration, admiration. You can eulogize Him. You keep appreciating even that big man that is just in your compound, who doesn't even give you half of what he has as wealth. And you keep praising him, you keep eulogizing him. I promise you, he would always want to, like when he sees you, it's already a norm that, oh, this guy, oh yeah, heal me, heal me. The more you heal him, you can always get something from him. Now, that is not the case here. If you must become the woman of your dreams, you have to be willing to let go of your prayerlessness. It said a prayerless Christian is a powerless Christian. Now, if you're not a Christian and you're Muslim, you should actually also still pray. Prayer is the key. If you're not Christian, you're not Muslim, I don't know what you are, but then you should have something, a higher power that you answer to, a higher power that you reverence. That is where God comes in for me, because I know that so many things that have happened in my life that would have broken me, but because of God, I was able to prevail. So many things that I would have gotten myself into that would have made me not to actualize my goal, or not to become a woman of substance, or not to even be able to talk about things like this, because you can't give what you don't have. Honestly, I wouldn't have gotten there if not God. When you have God, He directs your steps, He orders your utterances, He takes you to places where only Him can take you to. He puts your name in the mouth of people, rooms that you haven't even gotten to. People are speaking good about you, and the next thing you're getting invitations, the next thing you're getting those offers. He protects you, He presents you, He announces your business, He helps you, He gives you ideas. I could go on and on and on and on. Even becoming your dream woman, you can't do that by yourself. You cannot. It's not something that comes out of strength of mind. It is by the grace of God. You have to be able to answer to God. You have to be able to have a prayerful connection. Prayer doesn't mean that you have to always go down on your knees and pray. You can have a conversation with God. There is a level you will get to as a Christian, and you find out that God is actually everywhere. If you have God, even if things are not moving for you, there is this peace, there is this joy, there is this contentment that comes, because you know that one with God is majority, because you know that God wouldn't just want anything bad to happen to His child. But for you to be fearfully and wonderfully made, then there is nothing this man wouldn't do for you. I don't want to make this a sermon, but you get the point, right? You have to be prayerful in order to become this woman of your dream. You have to commit your plans to God and watch Him hold you by the hand until you get to the final stop. Alright, Chick Fam, that will be all for today. I hope that we have learned a thing or two from this video. I encourage you to keep putting in the work, to keep taking that chance on yourself, and you will never be disappointed that you did. Thank you so much for watching. If you're yet to subscribe, please hit the subscribe button, like this video. It helps us get to wider reach, and that is the only way that I know that you enjoy listening to me talk and yap about things like this. Okay, please leave me a comment. I would really look forward to that. Thank you so much, Chick Fam. Share this video to as much people that you can. Share it to a group and then let them learn. And until the next one, Chick Fam, thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Love you.